Hello from San Francisco, California. We're live at Oracle Park. We've got a Thursday matinee on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the San Francisco Giants. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the Bruins to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go and getting to start, Kyle Harrison. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They could move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
First pitch, 12:45.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And a quick out, number one. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Carson Kelly.
Boogie had 4 hits his last time out, and when you look at the way that a season can go, there can be times you hit the ball hard, you get nothing out of it. There are times where you have a really good day at the plate. Well, he got rewarded in that last one, and I'm sure he wants to ride that train as long as possible.
There's a buzz in the stadium every time he comes to the plate as he tries to extend his hitting streak. Laser could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Ian Happ up to hit. 3rd in the NL in RBIs this year. Fastball is outside.
1 ball, no strikes.
Sullivan stands at 3rd with 1 gone in the inning. Swings and misses.
1
and
ball,
1 and 1.
Strike.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. He's got it. Runner tagging from 3rd. Throw home, not in time. The run scores. And it's 1-0.
Good piece of hitting right there. He's thinking off the bat, that's getting down for extra bases, but nice job of the outfielder running it down, making the catch. Still comes away with the sac fly, though. RBI.
Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3.
And that hit carries a little extra meaning, Boog. It keeps his hitting streak going. He is dialed in at the dish right now.
I don't think there's a more confident hitter in all of baseball right now. Looks like he's expecting a knock every time he steps to the plate. So a runner at 3rd, 2 outs. And here comes Dansby Swanson, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. And that's way high. And that's ball 1. Two outs. That one fouled off. There's a swing and a drive. And no one can get there. The run scores from third, and they lead by 2. That ups his hitting streak to lucky number 13.
The baker's dozen, Boog, and it doesn't seem like a huge number, but anytime you get to the point where you've hit in every game for almost 2 weeks straight, that's a sign of what kind of rhythm you're in.
So runner at second, 2 down. Turner now at the plate.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. 15 hits over the last 5 games for him. What a run.
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Cubs 2 and the Giants nothing. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Matthew Boyd. Chris, his strikeout rate this year among the best all time.
He's truly one of the elite strikeout pitchers in the league. I mean, strikeouts per 9 off the chart. So the opposing team, they know they have their work cut out for them anytime they're facing this guy or a guy like this that's going to get the swings and misses. Pretty much in a class of his own when it comes to that category.
And now the DH, Tyler Fitzgerald. Fastball for a strike. Boyd once again named pitcher of the month after a really excellent stretch. Hard hit right side, and he takes it himself for the out. Now to take a peek at the Giants lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Lamont Wade Jr.
And he's leading them in runs batted in this season, which tells me this guy is able to slow things down when it seems like there's a little bit of pressure, and he's looking at it as an opportunity to do damage. You know, a lot of guys, they see runners on base and they get big. They feel like all this pressure, I've got to get these runs in, but somehow he seems to settle into these situations. So watch out when he comes to the plate.
That one is absolutely belted. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Now around second, going for third. And he's got himself a triple.
This lefty matchup thing's not going so well.
One down, runner at third. Lamont Wade Jr. digs in now. In there at the knees. Strike 1. That one the other way. Swanson. In plenty of time to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Here's Elliot Ramos.
The left fielder.
Boyd, 34-year-old vet, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2013.
That's a ball.
First pitch misses. 2 outs, base is empty. Now 1-1.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And here is Matt Chapman. That's in there, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Ramos, the runner at first with 2 gone. Strike 2.
0-2.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We head to the second from San Francisco. It's the Cubs 2 and the Giants 1. Back here at Oracle Park, top of the second. So up now for Chicago, Nico Horner. Harrison back to work. Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And now the batter is Carson Kelly.
He's been showing off some pop lately. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Kelly with some nice production in his last game. 4 runs batted in. Base hit, left center field. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
And now, Gage Workman.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Owns a 10-game hitting streak right now, and this is where it starts to get fun.
Fly ball down the line, Encarnacion on his way over, squeezes it. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kelly Sullivan.
So the batting order turns over. Kelly Sullivan, the next Cub to hit. He's 0 for 1. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. And that one hops the wall. Here comes Kelly. He'll score. 2 runs are in there safely.
Now batting, catcher Cody.
And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
1 down, runner at third. Sullivan will hit next. A switch hitter batting right. That smash towards center. Makes the grab. Runner tags for home. That's a sacrifice fly as he comes across, and they lead by 4.
That wasn't your standard sac fly. He barreled that baseball, just couldn't get it to drop in.
And now it's going to be Ian Happ. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. 2 gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across here in the third and final game of the series. Next offering is downstairs. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that extends the inning.
Everything came together for him. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Now a chance for Seiya Suzuki. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Cubs 5 and the Giants 1. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the right fielder, Ferrar Encarnacion. Swings through that one for strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
That's out to center field. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And there's one away.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Sam Huff, batting with one down, takes a strike. Next offering is fouled back. One out, base is empty. Hit hard, base hit. One down. Casey Schmidt, the next Giant to hit.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. No hits over his last 5 games.
Ground ball, left side. Tosses to first.
That's an out.
Now they get the out.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Brett Wisely.
Brett Wisely. The next to hit. Ripped to right. Suzuki snags it, and that'll do it. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. We play 2 full. It's the Cubs 5 and the Giants 1. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
3, Justin Turner.
Make a move, make a move, make a move. What it do, what it do, what it do. I was stubborn at the bottom.
And the pitch. Swing and a ground ball. A sliding stop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
On a line out towards center. Corrals it, and there's 2 away.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Designated hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. And now Carson Kelly, 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That's to third. Makes a sliding stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 5 and the Giants 1. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
The designated hitter, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-2.
Got him swinging.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this,
Now
known
batting,
for using the entire
fielder,
field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Jung-Hoo Lee, the next Giant to hit. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Well, Boog, here's a little background info on Jung-Hoo Lee. He hit for the highest batting average in KBO history, which included a ton of doubles. Plus, he took home 5 Gold Gloves. He's a player that helps the team with his bat and
Now
defensively.
First baseman, Lamont Wade Jr.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Mena in position. He's there. He's got it. And that ends the inning. Welcome back and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. The pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They're hitting everything thrown at them. Their contact rate is in the low 90s. It's like they know what's coming, and that's just pretty ridiculous what they're doing right now. Those numbers are well above the major league average.
Lee hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kelly.
So the lineup flips over. Kelly Sullivan, the next Cub to hit. Sullivan, 22 years old, and he's been quite a threat lately with 6 homers in his last 10 games. And now the lefty. And that one fouled off. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Smoked on the ground a second. Gets it to first.
He's out.
Now 2 out.
Up next for the Cubs, the catcher, Cody Sullivan.
2 down, base is empty. Cody Sullivan, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one's carrying. Onto the garden netting and out of here. Home run. He circles the bases. His second homer of this series. And they tack on to their lead. It's 6-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So two away with nobody on. And here is Ian Happ. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
1-0.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Ranging back. And it hits the fence. And that's a double. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Kyle Harrison done for the day, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, Justin Verlander.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And now here is Seiya Suzuki. That one ripped. That's back. And that one is off the wall. Run comes in from second, and it's now a 6-run lead.
This offense is on fire. 3 extra base hits in a row. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Dansby Swanson stands in. Drove in 2 runs on a double back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Oh, he gloves it. The throw. And that's a great play for the out.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle. Diving stop completes the play. And that ends the inning.
Bottom 4, leading off, Elliot Ramos.
The left fielder, Elliot Ramos.
Fastball for a strike.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
And that one pulled foul. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And that one's gone into the bleachers. And they cut into the deficit. It's 7-2.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And here is Matt Chapman. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. When you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Encarnacion in the box now. No balls and a strike. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Sullivan puts it away. Out number 2.
Now batting.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Sam Huff, 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. It gets down, a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
On the ground to the left. Fair ball. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate. Not in time. He scores. It's 7-3.
Picks himself up an RBI. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Brett Wisely getting ready to hit. And there's the strike. Schmidt stands at second with 2 gone. Comes up empty.
He finds himself in a
No
tough
ball.
situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. They put 2 on the board on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and a runner left. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Cubs 7 and the Giants 3. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Verlander back to work. That just misses. Ball 1. Action in the San Francisco bullpen. Tristan Beck preparing to come on if needed. Rodriguez getting cranked up as well. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Hauls it in for the out.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Nico.
Here's Nico Horner. 1 for 2. Verlander, a former MVP. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Out to short, Schmidt. And he'll be safe at first. And oh no, it's out of play. Just a terrible throw there.
Shortstops have to make some pretty difficult throws across the field sometimes. Might have tried to put a little too much behind that one, but clearly he got under the throw, didn't stay on top, not a good release point, and it just took off on him.
1 out, runner at second. Now it's going to be Carson Kelly. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second, and it's 8-3.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field, so that definitely felt good.
Man at first with 1 gone. Gage Workman, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. On the ground to second, might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1 to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Now batting, the center field.
Well, they had the chance of turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the balls. He tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's a big power threat. Kelly Sullivan. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strikes.
That one down the line, and foul ball. Popped up. Wait. And that's the 3rd out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 8-3. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the DH, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald.
In the air, right field. And there's 1 down. Jung-Hoo Lee, the next Giant to hit. 1 for 2 in the game. He tripled and scored in the first. Right through there for a strike.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
The Cubbies leading by 5. Last half of inning number 5. On the ground, out to short. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
Wayne Jr.
And digging in for San Francisco, Lamont Wade Jr. That one catches the zone, and that is strike one. Lee leads off first with one away. Next offering is fouled back. Grounded to third. Could be two. Off balance speed. There's one. And it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. 5 innings complete. It's the Cubs 8 and the Giants 3. Taking a look at some notable Rookie of the Year candidates this season.